I'm trying to imitate various people on YouTube who have channels where they unbox yarn. Well, I've just received a box of yarn, so I've decided that I'm going to video it so that all my friends will know just what a lunatic I am. So here we go. Got my pair of scissors out. It's not exactly the biggest pair of scissors in the world. And I'm very impatient and excited to see this. This took a lot of ordering because the company I got it from has got a clearance on, and I looked up anti-pilling wool because of course I hate the fact that this acrylic that I buy, which is just plastic and apparently terrible for the environment, loses bits to the environment, and that's plastic, and it's actually very, very bad for the environment indeed. So here we go. Right, well, I've got a whole batch of new needles. I don't think you're that interested in the needles that I got, but I'll open them anyway since I'm doing a video, and you'll know that I've got needles, and I've also got a nice lot of bubble wrap. There we go. A whole lot of them. They're all Sidar. They were extremely cheap. And they're made out of metal. They're gold. They're gold. Most of my needles are silver, so this is terribly exciting. I've got the anodized aluminium knitting needles, 4.25. I've never had that size, which is like halfway between a size English size 8 and size 7 and 6. They're bigger than a 7 but smaller than a 6. Then I've got 3.25, which is English 10. I've got 3.75, which is English 9. I've got 3, which is halfway between a 10 and an 11. And then I've got a 2.75, which I would say is an 11. And a 3.5, which is halfway between a 10 and a 9. So these are actually sizes of needles that I've never had before. They are US sizes. So I've got US size 2. Some of them don't say the US size. 3. Oh man. And halfway between a 3 and a 4. I've got a 4, and I've got a 5, and I've got one that's halfway between, oh well, anyhow, the point is that I've got all these new needles, which will be very useful for all the new wool that I've bought. So I'll put those over there. Now, I decided to get all the colours of the rainbow, some of which they didn't have. So here I have got a yellow. I'll have to open it so you can see the colours because they're not that good in the plastic bag. Of course, the plastic bag will keep them nice and clean, so I'll try and keep the plastic bag. I've got yellow. It's much more orangey looking than it's showing on the screen. It's more sort of an orange yellow. The camera is not showing the color correctly. Anyhow, that's yellow. I've got a blue that's like an Air Force blue. Again, it's too much shine on it. Maybe it's more this side of the ball than that side. That side's very bright and shiny. And I've got a purple with the ultraviolet end, and it's a very dark, dull purple. Actually, it's not great. These are supposed to be anti-pilling. It says anti-pilling on the label. Okay, so I hope that they are anti-pilling, and now they've packed them in several packets. I'm trying not to ruin the plastic by just trying to cut through the sticky tape so that I can use the packets again. This is it's a turquoisey blue. Now I don't think this is meant to be part of my rainbow thing. It's a color called Vilnius. This brand of wool, Skippy's color crafter. Each color has got a number, and it's also got the name of a Netherlands town. So this one is Vilnius. This one is, well, not all Netherlands. This is Brussels. This one is Harlingen. This one is Geraardsbergen. And this one, I think, is Deventer. Yes. It's a purple. And it's much more purple. It's not as it's got a mauveness to it in there. It's much more that colour, sort of a maroon thing rather than purple. This camera is very disappointing. It's not showing things. Then I also got buttons, bags of buttons, so that next time Noah is here and she wants a button necklace, I won't have to disappoint her by telling her I've got no buttons. Now I've got buttons, and in future I'm going to the charity shops, especially for Noah, to get any old buttons I can find. These are things to put on the end of the needle to stop your stitches coming off. And I mainly got it because of this set of needles of mine, my very favourite size 4s. As you can see, there's no knob on the end anymore. It's got a point, but no knob. So I'm going to use this to put on the end so that my stitches won't fall off my needle. Right, so I've got buttons, those things, and wool. Hang on a minute. I'm not very efficient at this. The lady that I'm trying to copy is a very sweet lady. Her channel is called Bag O' Day, an American lady, and she only crochets. She learned to crochet from an old lady who knew all the stitches and who never read a pattern, and so she's never learned to read a pattern of crochet, and she's never learned to knit, and she can't knit because she can't read a pattern, which is a shame because I'm sure she would be very good as a knitter. This is a beautiful pillbox red. It's lovely. It's very bright red. Maastricht, as in the Maastricht Treaty. Oh dear, it's really not showing up very well at all. Yeah, it's more that side again. Too much light coming in. Maybe if I draw the curtains. Oh, that's a bit better. Okay. Right, Maastricht, red, and then there's a green one, a bright emerald green. Malmedy. And it's very emerald green. I chose the brightest colours I could of the rainbow. This is an orange, of course, and its name is Leeuwarden. 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 I don't know how to pronounce it. Never having done Afrikaans. Not very good at pronouncing these names, yeah. The colours are coming up much better now that I've drawn the curtain. Right, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8 balls. I have got 2 grey, very fine. I don't remember ordering these, but I must have ordered them. I think I ordered them to try and knit some socks. It's a very thin grey wool. In fact, I think it's a grey cotton. Those, of course, are all 100% acrylic, I think. Let me just see. 100% premium acrylic, 300 meters, 100-gram balls. These ones, all the same. Now this grey wool, I've got just 2 balls, because I thought I'd try knitting some socks, because, and I was actually looking for sock wool. It's a lovely grey and very fine. As you can see, the wool is extremely fine. That's 2 strands. Very, very fine. That's the other one is double knitting. This is 100 grams of King Cole cotton, 58% polyamide, 38%, and 4% PBT. I don't know what that is. Anyhow, it's, you know, all of those things are, apart from the cotton, plastic. So it's a mixture of plastic and cotton, and it should make quite hard-wearing socks, and it's very nice and soft. These ones are also soft, like acrylic is, and it's supposed to be anti-pilling. Hope that they are right. So I've got 2 of those pale grey ones just for socks. Right. Ooh, I got some Sidar. A packet of 10 Sidar Snuggly 100% cotton. So this is not going to destroy the environment at all, which is a great relief for the environment. And it's just balls of cotton, 106 meters or 116 yards of 100% orange cotton. I really don't know why I got that, except that it was a very cheap clearance price. So I might try and actually knit a summer top or something, because you know I'm allergic to wool. I might try and knit myself an orange top. Those are only 50-gram balls, 10 of them. I hope that'll actually make something. It's probably a sleeveless top is feasible. Right, now the anti-pilling ball of wool, this Vilnius, the Vilnius one, I ordered 7 of those, and the very kind customer services man told me they have only got 6 of one dye lot, and would I mind having 1 of another dye lot? I said, no, that's fine. They look the same, so I won't even open this. This is the other 6 Vilnius. So it's just that, but a slightly different dye lot. I've got nowhere to sleep on this bed of mine, by the way. Now, this is the next lot. This also looks like cotton. It's a sort of a horrible mustard colour. Also clearance wool, so all of this was pretty cheap. Just trying to find a good way to get into this bag without destroying the bag. Oh, here we go. I think that's sort of stuck down there. Anyway, I might have to just destroy the bag. I can take out 1 ball from the middle. Here we go. Just so that you can see. Right. It's very cottony. What does the label say? I don't even remember buying these things, because by the time there was so much choice that I got very confused. It's machine washable, 50% acrylic, and 50% nylon. So again, I think this is double knitting. I think I could make socks out of that. It's nice and strong, and it's not a bad colour for socks, really. Oh dear, the lighting is terrible. Let's try that. Okay, it's a kind of a mustard colour. So I got 10 balls of that, and they're 100 grams, so I should be able to make dozens of pairs of socks and possibly something to match. Now I've got the same here, the same Sidar #1 double knitting, 50% acrylic and 50% nylon. Again, it will be very nice for socks. It's got a hole in it, and it's a lime green kind of, not a very nice color, but again, it's kind of neutral. Make nice cotton. It feels like cotton, although it's acrylic and nylon. It's very soft, beautiful. Actually, I'm very pleased with that. It doesn't say it's anti-pilling, but it doesn't look like it will pill because it just looks like cotton. So I'm very pleased with those two, and they were cheap. It was clearance. I can't remember what I paid, but it was not very much at all. So, oh, I'm so lucky. I've got enough wool probably to last for the rest of my life, or I'll be leaving some in my will. Now this is 10 balls of a very pretty wool. It's called Skylight, and it's called Journey Cedar wool, and it was clearance, and oh, it's so pretty. It reminds me of the same wool that I used for a little girl's dress that I was telling Abigail about this morning, which I posted to the UK. A friend of mine's son